Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cyber Guy. Today we are going to explain, how to use Nmap like a pro, just being on, Nmap-SV. So we are going to explain how to use expanded script, and then we're gonna just make sure that you just really understand what's going on. Now, most people use Nmap like this. For example, I have my target machine right here. Let's see. 10.0.2.4. This is my Metasploitable server. Now, if you don't know how to just have a Metasploitable server, please go back to our previous videos, and we're gonna show you, how to download Metasploitable, how to connect it with Kali Linux. Now, this is for demo and practices. So this is the best way if you're new to cyber, or even though you have experience, to just practice what's going on, because it's very illegal to just go to somebody's website to try to do anything without permission, so you can be in big trouble. So this is gonna be our target machine today. So many people, what they just barely scratch the surface, because what they do, they want to scan something like that, they do nmap, nmap dash sv, I can say sv, and then the target machine, which is 10.0.2.4. So this is basically, barely, scratch the surface. So, today, what we are going to do, we are going to just, use DVWA to just, show you, how you can just go beyond dash SV. Now, because, before I just move forward, let me explain what, dash SV does. So, dash SV enables service version detection, S service and V version. So Nmap, what it does is send probes to open ports and analyzes the response to guess. For example, okay, what service is running? Is that an Apache server? Is there any SSH to logging? Is there MySQL? So what version it is? Sometimes even the OS configuration. So this is most like for beginners. The beginners, they rely on them, but it is very limited. So dash SV, because this is like only like service inversion, so it will not like bypass firewall, it will not detect like hidden services, and it will not run DP analysis. So now let's just go ahead and try to go beyond dash SV. As you can see, this scan is very slow as of now. What I'm going to do into this video, I'm going to try to kind of show you what comment to type, and then you can just do it on your own, because otherwise this video will be very long. As you can see, even dash SV is taking a very long time. So the other one, if you want to do like a ping sweep, let me open a new terminal. Let's see here. File, new tab. Okay, right here. Now, if you want to do like a ping sweep, we can do nmap, the same thing, nmap dash sn, and then the network, you can just use the 10.0.2.4 because this is our target machine. So now let me explain, what this does. That dash sn means that ping only. Now Nmap gonna check which hosts are alive without scanning the port. So this is useful if you're trying to map network quickly. So you can just go from there. So let me see our scan is still going on, but for this one I can hit enter. It is gonna start as well. So I'm going to open a new file. Let's see, new tab, sorry. And then let's see what other interesting thing that you can do. There's one that's called deep service scanning. Like if you wanna do like an aggressive version detection, we can do nmap dash sv. Now service version Now, this is the power dash version intensity. And then now you can, the numbers can be like, between 0 or 9. But because I want, the version to be higher, I'm going to leave it 9 and then put my target IP. Now, let me explain, like this, like, you see I put 9 and then the target IP. Now, high intensity, when it comes to intensity on Nmap, high intensity equals more probes, more accuracy. Like, it's useful when you do basic dash SV that doesn't identify a service. For example, if I were to remove the dash version I intensity, sorry, uh, and then leave it like this one right here. You see this one? This one just do everything. It's kind of noisy. But for this one here, it just kind of do the intensity, and then the intensity can be high or more accurate. So let's see, as you can see here, our scan is complete right here. As I explained, this, tell you what's open, okay, a couple ports that are open, like, yeah, just basic version, network system that are running, etc. As I already explained. The OS, it tell you, this is Metasploitable service host, Metasploitable. This running on Linux, Linux kernel. The OS is Unix, Linux, etc. And for this second one here, this is completed. Yeah, it just scanned that port. And the third one here, gonna keep going for a while. And then now, let's just go ahead and then get into the middle thing. Now, if you wanna do like what if you wanna do a very full and aggressive scan on Nmap? Let me open a new tab. We're gonna have a lot of tab open right here. We can do Nmap -A and then the target IP. Now, let me explain this. -A right here, -A, it is a bundles, like it bundles several powerful features, like the OS detection, the version detection, the NSE scripts, and trace route. So this gives you a full fingerprint of the system. But the problem is, it is noisy because it gives you so much information that you may not need. Now let's just hit enter. We're gonna leave it running. Now the last one I'm going to do, because I'm going to try to keep this video short, and at the end I'm going to show you how you can just use Nmap on your own to do advanced scanning. So now this is gonna be our last scan, which is very powerful. So we are going to use the script scanning NSE. So NSE and Nmap means Nmap's scripting engine. It's like having many security tools built into Nmap. So scripts can enumerate users, test for vulnerabilities, boot for services, and do more. So today, this is what we know gonna do. This is gonna be our last one because I want to try to keep the video as short as possible. All right, so let's see that we have Nmap -- script. This is how you use the Nmap scripting engine, NSC, and then you can say vol space vol 10.0.2.4 and hit enter. Now, what this is gonna do? This is gonna run a collection of scripts that check for non-vulnerabilities. This is like great. If you wanna do a quick recon on Metasploitable, etc. So yeah, there are a lot that you can do. With Metasploitable. If you wanna learn more on your own, you can open a new tab. If you type Nmap -H, which is help. As you can see here, it tells you a lot, all these scans that you can actually do. You just have to type, Nmap, and then put that the keyword dash whatever dash dash, and then if you wanna just do firewall scanning, IDS invasion and spoofing, you see, detail, exactly what you're supposed to do. Now, what is the key takeaway? The key takeaway for this video today is Nmap is far more powerful than just Nmap-SV. So you have like the NSC scripts that has built-in recon tools, and you can do timing, evasion, you can just save your output. You can just export your output as a PDF, HTML, etc. There are a lot that you can do with Nmap. Now, if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, happy learning.